Hey everybody, it's been 3 weeks since I got my Provari, and I wanted to touch base with everybody. Sitting on my lap right now is my son Kenneth Nathaniel. He just turned 4 months. For the last month he's been in size 3 diapers and 6 to 12 month clothes, so he's growing real fast. He's going to be a big boy. He's over 18 pounds already. Anyways, so here's the device. You would think it's an exceptional device, and you're going to be right by that. The only negative I can say is a few times it's happened that you push the button and it's completely dark like it is now. It takes 5 button pushes to get to the PU, which stands for power up, and basically it was in that, but it wasn't lit up. So I pushed it one more time and it went into the next menu, which is kind of an annoyance. I've never wanted to throw it across the room though, so that's a good thing. Got a little bit of an anger management problem at times. But anyway, what comes with it is a 5-pack of cartridges, or cardos for short. And these things are not completely wasted, but you know, with an exceptional PV you would expect an exceptional way to use it, or you know, for lack of a better word. But it doesn't bring you the support, which is the word I was looking for. It doesn't give you the exceptional support for the exceptional device. And the reason that I say that is because the vapor production was down a little bit, and also the juice was popping and flying up into my mouth, whether with the drip tip or with just the standard plug and a little hole in the middle. So these things aren't completely wasted though, so when you get them, don't throw them away. They come with the PV whether you want them or not. So basically with that, I didn't buy the Ego stuff, which I probably should have bought. Instead of buying an extra 5-pack of cardos, I bought the Addy or atomizer. This is a really good device to get with your Provari, because if you decide to get into DIY, or you get a bunch of different juices, however you get them, you're gonna want to try them all out as soon as you get them home. Okay, so this makes that really simple. You can go through 12 different juices in about 5 minutes or less. And how you do that is you drop a couple of drops in there, you take your puffs, and then you're ready for the next juice. If you want to get 100% surety that you're tasting only the next juice, blow it out into a rag, no problem. Okay, let me show you how this thing vapes. I recommend this no more than 3.8 volts. If you go over that and you're vaping left and right, you know, you're taking puffs every 30 seconds, a minute and a half, you're going to taste a burnt taste, and it's not going to be quite dry, but it is still going to be, you know, dry because the heat's just there. And this stainless steel outer casing also is going to get really hot to the touch. So even at 3.7 or 3.8 volts, it's still going to get quite warm. So as you can see, the vapor production is really well with that. The taste is spot on. Can't get better taste out of your juices than with an Addy. So that's definitely a good buy. It was another $8, about the same as the 5-pack of cardos. Get the Ego stuff if you want to. Don't get the extra cardos and get the Ego stuff. That could be something really cool. But anyways, so after that, I went ahead and got into a cardo tank, so I can use with my cardos. And it came with 3 punched hole cardos. I got this at stormyvaporseller.com. It only actually came free with one, but I went ahead and ordered 2 extra. Now the hole on theirs was a little bit high, and it was a little bit big for the kind of juices that I use. So I was getting a lot of flooding, and I was also getting a problem where when you flood and you blow out the excess into a rag, well, it was causing the center wicking section of the cardo to crumble or something, because you could no longer see through it, and you were no longer able to pull air through it as well. And it got so bad to a point that it was making a straw effect, and some juice was actually going in my mouth like drinking from a soda. Okay, so definitely it wasn't very cool. Wasn't happy with that. And another thing is that you can't actually recover your juice, or at least I haven't found a way to do that. So for 3 days I've had about 3 mils in this entire setup that I can't get out, and I say 3 because there's some in the cardo. And I will say this though, that if you're thinking about getting into cardo tanks and you're on the fence, that $10 to do that and test the waters is a great way to go. So, you know, you can't say anything too negative about this because it was a step in the right direction for me. And you know, I couldn't take the couple of drips at a time in the Addy, so I was mad enough to throw that across the room. So you know, take that as you will. But anyway, so that got me into this, the saddle valve for $7 at Lowe's, and that will actually pay for itself in time because you don't have to pay a little extra for the punched cardos. Now, with that also comes, if you want thicker juice, you'll be able to put another hole on 180 degrees on the cartridge. You'll be able to raise or lower your hole, and that will be able to help as well. So I've made a smaller hole, and I lowered the hole, and I got an airy tank. Now the tank, the negative that I can say about this tank right off, we'll just start with that, is that it didn't come with a cardo and it didn't come with a drip tip. So that was kind of a letdown, but you know what? It's still good. I mean, I consider the $60 that I spent on this tank a bargain because of the way that it works. It does everything that you want a tank to do. It looks really nice. It vapes really well. It takes the same drip tips that the Nada tank's going to take. It's the same cardos. It's all that. So with the saddle valve I lowered the hole. I made the hole smaller. I'm using the thin juice. I love it. The taste is there. The vapor's there. And the ease of use with the airy tank is awesome too, because I can just pop this strip tip off, unscrew this lid, and I can dump my juice back into a container if I wanted to do that, if I wanted to switch juices. Now, I can also do that to refill it. Now there's other ways to refill this tank. You can unscrew it. You can unscrew the adapter at the bottom, and you can push the cardo out, and it will seal at the top through the cap, and you can pour your juice in there that way. So there's 2 ways you can go about doing that with this. I would probably recommend refilling that way because you get less air pushing through from screwing down the cap. Therefore, you won't flood your cardo. What you could do to remedy that is hold it on its side to a point, but then you're going to get leaking out the cap as you're screwing it in there, obviously. So, you know, it's whatever you want to do. But let me show you how this thing's vaping. The taste is there too. I mean, the taste is nice. That's a different juice, and the taste is just awesome with that tank. So that's going to go ahead and conclude the review of it. I would definitely recommend the airy tank, and I would definitely recommend the atomizer. Basically, going over the video that I'm making for you guys right now, you might see that it might be an okay step to go ahead and skip here with this tank. You know, the little Nada tank, but it was definitely a step in the right direction. You know, it got me to open up my eyes to say, hey, I bought a device that is exceptional, but every way that I have to use it at this moment is really annoying. So it got me away from that, and I'm glad that I bought it. You know, it would have been $10 cheaper to go ahead and buy this one right off, but you know, with my video, maybe you'll be able to do that now. If you're looking for an airy tank, you can go to stormyvaporseller.com, and they have them on pre-order. Might take a month, it might take a week. Mine only took a week from the time that I paid, from the time it was in my mailbox, so I lucked out. And you might be able to luck out too. So just get a hold of them. They're real quick. Doesn't matter what day of the week it is. They'll get back to you via email, and they'll do it quick. You can also call them, but I've found from calling them that you have to call them during normal business hours, or you'll just get the machine. So emailing most of the time is going to be quicker anyway. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching. Bye.